Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and I'm making a very quick video just to answer a question that I've been getting asked a lot lately on my Facebook group, in my YouTube channel to a lesser extent, and some people just messaging me on Reddit and other places. So I just want to kind of address this because it takes me a long time to answer it, basically, if I'm always replying to messages with the same question. Like, people tend to ask, where's the best place to play these days? Now, personally, as a pretty hardcore game selector, I'm usually going to advise people to go and play on the softer sites of like whatever their game choice is. So for me, when I want to play speed poker, I usually play on 888 because the rate's higher, but the rewards are shit, but the games are softer. So that's what I prefer to do personally. I prefer softer games with a higher rate structure. Some of the guys prefer like where they can just get tons of volume in and kind of go that way about it. So if it's pure volume that you're wanting, then you're going to be wanting to go to PokerStars or Party Poker. These are based on like European. For the US, I can't really comment to US based players because I don't know enough about the US site. So just as a caveat, we are talking about guys who have access to Party Poker, 888, Unibet, PokerStars, Sky, things like that. You know, we're talking about these sites, rest of the world sites, rather than US facing sites. So yeah, if you want to be like high volume, I would say you're going to be wanting to probably look at PokerStars or Party Poker. If you're wanting to look for like where the best rakeback deals are, then at the moment I would say you're going to be wanting to look at Party Poker. Now I actually know a guy, a gentleman called Ian Salter. He's a Run It Once coach. Is it Run It Once? Yep, Run It Once. That's Phil Galfon's site, isn't it? Yeah, he's a Run It Once coach. He's very respected in the poker community. He's a mid-stakes player. He's a coach. He can get you guys some good deals on lots of different sites. So if you do want a good deal, then do contact me join my Facebook group, which is linked below the video. Do contact me there, and I can put you in touch with Ian to try and get you hooked up with like a decent rate back deal. As a small caveat, I do get a small cut of that, but not enough to make it worth my while to push people to one site or another. And I'm not. This isn't what I'm trying to do. This video isn't to influence people to go and play on a site that Ian promotes, because personally, I recommend people go and play on 888 because of my personal preference for going for the high win rate and the higher weight, and the softer games and the higher rate structure. But I know that doesn't appeal to lots of you guys. So I'm just going to run through like some of the other options that we have, and hopefully I can point people into the direction of this video next time they ask me. So we'll go through the sites very quickly. We have Sky Poker for UK players, incredibly soft site most of the time when they're not running promotions. They don't have much traffic in the sit and goes. If you're a sit and go player, that's no good. Multi-table tournaments, very, very soft there. All 6 marks, never any antes as far as I can see. But there are a lot of bounty hunters, but they're super soft. The cash games there have pretty reasonable traffic up to 15L. Higher than that, I wouldn't know. I don't really play those games, so I have no real cause to look. But given that most people looking at my channel are going to be micro-stakes players, then yeah, if you're a UK-based player, or Finland, or I think Gibraltar, a couple of other territories, Northern Ireland, spots like that, not sure about Republic of Ireland, Sky's a good option for soft games. No rake back very much unless you're a high volume player. They have like the priority system, but it's a good option if you're a recreational player that isn't going to be putting high volume in. Another good option for recreational players up to 10 and L would be Unibet. The games there are super soft on Unibet. It's not hard to get in really good games at 4 and L, 10 and L. 25 and L comes a bit more reggy, pretty much like everywhere else on the poker landscape except Sky. Once you get to 25 and L, you're going to be playing mostly regs whenever you play. But Unibet would be a good option. It's very recreational player friendly, and again, you can probably get a deal there if you contact Ian via my Facebook group, because I think he has deals there. Then we get on to PokerStars, everyone's least favourite site at the moment, but the one that still crushes crushes like how many players it has. I still think this is a pretty good site. Yeah, they've shit on players lately, but they were coming from a very high starting point. In terms of their overall package, I still happen to think it's quite good, especially if you're a tournament player or a sit-and-go player or a micro-stakes player, because you're just going to be able to get in games really quickly. The liquidity is really good there. There's lots of like games at all kinds of limits. It's got something for everyone. It's your one-stop poker stop, isn't it? It's your one-stop poker shop. Yeah, tons of guys are going away from there in droves. If you're a high-volume player that wants to get quite a lot of like makes a lot of money from rewards, it's probably not for you anymore. There's probably better options. But if you're a recreational player who wants to like play lots of different types of games and not really just focus on one thing or another, then I still think PokerStars is a fine option. We go on to 888 now, which is really high rake. It's got like a $4 cap at the micro stakes, I believe, and the rewards are the derisory, the pathetic. It's not a good place to play if you're like a regular who wants to put high volume in and rely on getting good rewards at the end of the month to get a lot of back end payment. It ain't going to be for you. It's simply not going to be for you. You're not going to make enough at the rewards. But if you want to play in soft games and have like a high win rate, which is like my preferred method, then as far as speed poker goes, it's the place to be. If I want to play regular tables, I typically play Sky. If I want to play speed poker, then 888 is the place where I personally go. And then I think the last main site to mention, because I'm not going to talk about the small sites, would be Party Poker, which is enjoying somewhat of a resurgence. They've upgraded the software slightly. It doesn't seem that much different to me, it's just different colour. But they now have like a pretty decent reward system where you can get up to 40% rate back. Unquestionably, just like by putting high volume in. So that's possible, but if you were to go through my Facebook group and contact Ian, I do believe Ian can offer up to 70% rate back depending on volume requirements, reload bonuses, lots of things around that. It's not always going to be 70%. I don't want people to feel misleaded, but you can certainly achieve more than 40% through going through Ian. So if you just want high volume, like low win rate, high volume, good rewards, then Party Poker seems to be the best place to go at the moment. Or maybe some of the skins on the Microgaming Network where I believe you can still get some reasonable deals. I think Red Kings is one where Ian does some good deals. Again, this isn't meant to be just a purely spam thing for Ian. I'm not doing this just for Ian. I'm doing it to answer the question, but it would be remiss of me to not try and promote Ian whilst I'm doing it, because that wouldn't be right. You know, if I'm trying to give people good advice on where to play, then Rakeback is obviously part of that equation. I personally still recommend people to play soft sites and go to have a high win rate and don't rely on Rakeback to win. That's my absolute nut advice to people, but lots of guys don't like that advice and they just want to hammer volume and get rewards. So if you want to hammer volume, get rewards, join my Facebook group, contact Ian Salter and he'll hook you up with the best deal for you. He'll talk to you through it. If you want to play somewhere where you can get higher win rates and softer games without the rewards, then unquestionably talk to me about maybe Sky or Unibet or 888, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions. I just don't want to have to type this answer out 2 or 3 times a day like I sometimes do. I don't just want to copy and paste answers to people, because I think that's just rude. If people ask you a question, just copy and paste an answer is rude. So I'm just creating this video. I'm going to end it now, just so I can point people in the direction of where I think the best places to play at. And I'll update this over the years. This video might get deleted in 3 months because the situation might change. It might be that PokerStars decides to roll back some of its changes and start rewarding players better again, which would then make PokerStars a better option. It might be that 888 increase the rate cap further or reduce volume further. Who knows? The situation changes regularly. But yeah, in terms of sites to play on, recreational players, I would say stick to Sky, Unibet, 888. Serious grinders, I would say probably Party Poker is your best bet at the moment. If you don't have a Party Poker account, or if you have a Party Poker account that's been inactive for 6 months or more, I think Ian can get you retagged and get you on his deal. So yeah, please do get in touch if you want to get a Rakeback deal via my site, via my Facebook group, via Ian. And if you want to talk about different sites to play on where softer games are, again, please do get in touch and we can talk about what might be your best option. We'll leave it there for now, though. Hope this has been of some use to you. Hopefully it'll be more use to me when people ask me the question. I can just link to the video. And yeah, we'll leave it there, and goodbye for now.